Hello, everybody. My name is Mike DiMauro, and in popular demand of the video called My Life with Asperger's, I decided to do a second video called My Life with Asperger's 2 because I want to share with you more about how I live daily life with Asperger's every day. Anyways, I do have problems communicating with people sometimes, yes. And oftentimes, if I can't think of the words, I always have to write them down, and I always write them notes or emails or whatever. And that's hard for me to do, to communicate with them, because they would rather hear from me with the voice instead of on paper or on screen by word, you know? But I do get my point across every single time I do send them an email or write them a letter or something or write them a note. So another thing is eye contact. I barely have eye contact with people. People may think I'm weird for not having eye contact with them. It's not my fault that I don't have eye contact, especially with interviews, because you try to look at the interviewer or the person that's talking to you, and you have a hard time trying to figure out or trying to look at them right in the eye. It's very hard for an autistic person with Asperger's to do that. You know what I mean? And it's also hard because you try to get a job or you try to communicate with the person, you can't do that. So, anyways, I also have a hard time talking to people if I have a hard time dealing with them or what I try to say and try to get my point across sometimes too. Now, I see some things at work, for example, like somebody was trying to plan a Halloween gathering, and then I wanted to plan my walk or for the autism walk in November. Try to plan a event for work and doing that. You know, more people are popular with the Halloween event than with my walk. I don't understand why. You know, I try to do this for a good cause, and people don't care. They rather do the Halloween stuff than they do with my walk. You know what I mean? I have dealt with this throughout the history of my life here. Whereas I try to plan something, and yet somebody already tries to plan something, and I think, okay, let me plan an event too. And yet people don't want to do my event. They rather do the other event. Well, obviously both events were not on the same day, but I mean, you know. And another example is okay, was one of the days we were celebrating a manager's birthday at work, and they planned a cake and card for everybody to sign. Yet, you know, I wanted to do something special for one of my coworkers because their birthday was a couple of days away from there. And surprisingly enough, there was like only 4 people that signed the card for her birthday card. You know what I mean? It's real hard. You know, I take good ideas and try to plan them, and yet people don't want to participate in my plans. And that's real hard for me to understand and concept with that people don't want to do things that I plan. Yet they rather plan their own events, and you know, I have a hard time concepting with that. You know? And another example is like one of my friends, they do the breast cancer walk every year, and I know that their event was their team was the first one to be planned out. And then when I found out about my Asperger's and I wanted to do a team for the autism walk, that I get less people to do that. You know, it's like I know that doing breast cancer walks and all is a good thing and all, but why can't you do the autism walk too? It's good exercise to do the walks, you know? Not only do I do the Orlando walk, I do the Tampa walk as well. Not only do I do both of those walks, but I did the West Palm Beach walk earlier this March, and I'm hoping to do that one again coming up in March of 2012. But hopefully more of an active role like volunteering or something, you know what I mean? Because I know last year when I was sick when the West Palm Beach walk came, and I was sick, and the night before I wasn't feeling that good, and you know, but the next morning I was okay, and well, I didn't have the mood to walk, and I also had a hard time trying to find the place where the walk was because it was my first time traveling to West Palm Beach, and I didn't know my way around West Palm Beach. So I had a hard time figuring out, oh, where's the walk? Where's the walk? Where's the walk? You know? So I was glad I was able to finally find it, though I was a little bit late for it. You know? But when I did the Tampa walk in April, I was able to find where it was because I knew where it was and where the map was and all that. And I was thankful that Tampa was only an hour away from my home. You know, here in Davenport, Florida, where I live, it's like halfway between where the Orlando walk is up in Altamont Springs and where the Tampa walk is all the way out in Tampa. You know, the benefits of living in Davenport also is because you get to have halfway between Orlando and Tampa. But anyways, yeah, also with Asperger syndrome, you know, you are born with it, if, and then you're diagnosed later. It's not something you can catch from somebody. It's not like cancer or anything. But it is one of the leading causes of diagnosis in children. You know, you have more diagnosis of autism in children than you do with cancer and all the other ones combined. You know, autism is something that we need to take care of, and hopefully, you know, by seeing my videos, you'll learn more about autism and Asperger's and what I deal with in a daily life, and hopefully help me out in life. Because, you know, I've been trying to find a job that can help me out so I don't have to deal with stress every time I work. You know, that's one of the reasons why I had to cut back my hours at Disney. You know, because I couldn't deal with staying late and I couldn't deal with the guests that often. So I know it's also hard that I get scheduled only 2 days a week. I'm trying to get scheduled 3, 4 days a week, you know, around 4, you know. I can only handle it so much, but you know. Anyways, I also feel alone when I'm not working, and that's real hard on me because there's nothing to do here sometimes. I know I go out and have fun with their activities, but they don't do that every day. They don't have activities every day, you know? And most of the time I'm alone and I have to defend for myself, you know? I just wish I had company. I wish I had a girlfriend, you know? And those are hard to find too. Especially with me and the condition I have. Because I have a hard time trying to find a girl, you know? In the past, when I did find a girl that I liked, you know, I finally figure out later that they are with somebody else or if they have children already, you know. And then I also have a hard time figuring out the words to say, you know. Anyways, I do hope that you guys do like my videos, and I'm hoping to do more so that you guys can know more about me. Thank you.